Well, welcome everybody. Hope you're having a good evening. Been a busy day here at the Funny Farm. So, I'm going to show you what all has been completed. So, first off, you may want to stay here for just a minute.
Oh,
'Cause I'm going to have you shoot towards the foundation that I made. Here, just a sec. So we'll start off with this. This is the platform for the station. It's real thin right now. By the time I get done doing everything, it's going to look like, you want to do that over here, it's going to look like this front edge here with that recess back behind. So I'll give you an idea of where we're headed with this.
do you want to show the new one?
Yeah, you better show it.
And then there's
That way then you're done, huh?
then there's that.
Yeah, so this is what I have been working on pretty steadily for quite a few days, well, a couple of days anyway. So I created my concrete support system that I have right here, and then I put the I-beams on top. All of this is glued together. So this is where the station is going to go. I dug out all of the landscape material, so it's sitting flush on the wood. So we're set there. I have everything lined up perfectly as I'm looking at it. Every beam has got the other one right behind it, so everything is perfect. So we are good. So down here, this is the new platform that is like the one that we have over there. And I'll put it up here and I'll show that to you in just a second. I'll get this out of the middle. I wound up leaving it out in, yeah,
Crochet Lady says, "Wow, a lot of work."
it was a lot of work. I wound up, I forgot it outside this afternoon, and by the time I went out, the sun had hit it where it was on the table. So it kind of warped a little bit on me. So I had this sitting in the center. Did pretty good. I only got a couple little grooves, and I'll work those out with probably with a Kleenex. I got a clean one in my pocket here. Had a feeling I might, yeah, there's a Kleenex. Had a feeling I might have an issue right here where I set it, but we'll see if I can rub those out. If not, I'm not worried about it. This is actually going to be inside the station. So, to get an idea, so what we have here, instead of the other one that's over there only has this grid pattern, the bigger squares, I decided to do a smaller grid pattern around the edges. And then I also did a smaller grid pattern right here for the walkways. That I'm not going to set this on there because it's obviously it's not quite set up yet, but I will show you. There are 3 doors right here. And each one of these doors centers over that. So when I put this back on here, it'll be like that, and those pathways will be right there going to the doors. So what we're going to work on tonight, I'm just going to work on getting this ready to go for paint. So we're going to put this back down here for a minute while I get this up and out of the way.
John Muller says hi.
Hey, John. Glad you joined us. We're just getting ready to start working on the station. I wanted to show the platform. Do you want to just do a quick pan of all of the buildings for people to just come in? That would probably be a good thing to do, so they can see where this is going and what this is doing. So,
Hi everyone.
you
Here
can show this up here after you're done showing that.
are all our buildings through the city so far. They're all 3D printed. Print off the panels, design them, and Dad assembles, sands, paints, glues.
Okay.
So, over
Here's the
here,
new platform for the new station. Like I said, there's the pathways. So there'll be an edge that comes along. You can see it's kind of wavy. That will all be corrected when we put the edging on. It'll all be nice and straight. I've got a way of doing that. Some of this has to come up, some of it has to go down, but I'll take care of all of that tomorrow to make it look like the front of this station right here, this retaining wall, safety wall. We still have a few things left to go. Same thing on the other side. On this one, we've got which I'll be cutting this down, making it more ornate. That goes on top. We'll have the same sort of thing over on that station over there. So, big buildings. Those are to be named yet, either Cerberus or Chimera. our Alexandria for the Alexandria Lighthouse, based on the Seven Wonders of the World, the Artemis complex. We just picked up 2 new cans of paint. I'll be puttying these 2 buildings in the next couple of days. We'll be painting everything here to match on these 3, and then I'll get the big tower later. Building yet to be named, Titan, Gemini, and then the station there, and then we'll have 2 big buildings back behind that.
And a parking garage.
And a parking garage. Colors of the paint. This is going to be the colors of the new building. This is cloud blue. As far as new building goes, I mean the station. I'll show you. So, yeah, we have the new station. So this is going to be this color here. It will be the sides of the buildings, and this will be the window inserts. We have a big stack of window inserts. These 2 other cans of paint right here are going to be for the 3rd station that's going right here that we're going to start printing in the next day or 2. So that's where we are at. And then in the meantime, I'll work on the Artemis, get at least 2 more buildings painted. Then I can start taking this effect that I have right here, all of this kind of modeled look of the oxidizing copper. I'll be doing the same thing up here on these to give it that dirty, old look. So that'll be on all 4 of those tops. So that'll be coming here pretty soon, next week or 2. We'll be finishing this up. I'll be covering this with the new sign and putting the safety rails around and our spiral staircase that goes down. We'll get the new doors made. I don't want them to use the doors they had. It's just big glass doors. I don't want wood doors. So that's where we are. So tonight.
John asks, just wondering, both train stations are above the tracks. Is that intentional?
Yes, that is intentional. We lived in Omaha for about 10 years, and their Union Station was over the tracks, and I really liked it. So the first 2 stations we've done, yes, they're going to be over the tracks. This station will not be over the tracks. It will be level with the tracks. I'm going to build a bump out right here. There's going to be a station that's going to go right here. They'll be in front. So that's what we're going to work on next. We'll have 1 at track level and 2 above track level. My son picked this up, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, he picked this up yesterday from Hobbytown. It had these sitting down there for quite some time. I think it was a special order that didn't get picked up because hobby shops don't usually carry this. So when he was down in Rockford, I asked him to pick this up for me. This is what I'm going to use to trim out the station. There's all of this right here that has to get covered.
The comments disappeared.
Oh.
So okay, if you're commenting, everyone, I'll answer them when I get back to the laptop.
Okay. Well, we're almost there now. So that's what we're going to work on tonight. I'm going to be cutting this, and I'm going to be trimming out the stations so I can paint this hopefully tomorrow. That is the goal. So, all right. So you want to just set it up?
Yeah.
And I'll start getting this figured out. So, excuse me. Like I said, this turned out to be a really terrible piece up here, and we had to combine the 2 halves together, or print it in 2 halves because our printing plate is not big enough. So that entails I need to cover this with a piece.
John says thanks.
Oh yeah, sure. I need to cover this with a piece, and I'm going to putty the rest of this right here. And then I'm going to see what I can do about kind of filing and getting this looking a little better right through here. And if I can't, I will cut a thin strip right here that will go at an angle right here. Or I may just wind up puttying the whole thing. I'll see how it looks once I get these pieces on. So that is the goal. Now this, if you guys recall, these were plain pieces of mold. These were 3D printed as well, but they didn't have any texture to them. So all these bricks were carved in. I did all that with just this and the metal ruler right here. I got it all carved in to make it look like a nice stone building. So now we're going to wrap this up because I'm ready to get this thing cleaned and painted. I've got a few things I've got to do. I want to cut out a few little pieces right here to make the dormers here wider, because these doors right here are going to be they're supposed to be the doors that just had windows on top and just look stupid. I want a single dormer here. So I'll cut those out tonight and on both sides and we'll get it all pretty much done. But first I'm going to start with this right here. So we're going to get this, and we're going to get this, and I'm going to get my cutting piece here. And I have a piece of scrap cardboard. I'm going to put this right here so I can do what I need to do cutting wise. All right, so we'll just get started with this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut one piece and go all the way across here. And hopefully it will settle down fairly good. I know I'm going to have to probably putty the top up here where the seam is going to be. I'm going to try not to have to do this side right here or this side, but I'm certainly going to have to do both front and rear. So we're going to get a measurement going. All right, so I'm going to have to get this up here like that. Make sure I'm not going to be anywhere to hit anything. Nope, okay. So we are going to need a piece that is 13 and 5/16. Yeah, okay. By 11/16. Yep. All right. Yep. It's gonna be close enough. All right, I'm gonna set this down on the ground so I've got room for these big sheets. All right, so like I said, this is kind of a nice find at the hobby shop. I do believe this was a special order and it was only $15 for the 3 sheets. I think we're gonna go down and get the rest of them, Gabe.
Are we?
Yeah, I'm gonna
There's
wind.
only one more pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna wind up using them. I know I am. Okay. I'm gonna have to change blades. This one, this blade really got worn down when I was doing the grid work on that platform. Get up there. Okay, well, this is the only sheet I'm probably gonna need for tonight, so I can just put this away.
Oh, Willem says hi there. How are y'all?
Good, how are you doing?
Good to see ya.
Okay, obviously that's not gonna go all the way across, so I'll get my longer metal yardstick. All right, so we need a piece that is 11/16.
Crochet said noted the measurements.
Note the measurements.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that means.
No, she took down the measurements.
Oh,
Remember. Oh, thank you, Willem. I sent Flow State for 200 joules.
oh, well, thank you.
I said I have a gift I'll send in the chat.
Oh, well, thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
We always put everything we get in the chats, in the gifts, goes right back in. In fact, what we made, what got donated over the weekend, bought this styrene, which is going right back to the station. All right, so let's get this cut. You know, I might not have to change the blade out. Just gonna have to wait and see here. All right, everything lined up? Do I see all my marks? Yes. All right, nice and light.
Oh. He says no problem. Y'all are the best modelers on YouTube.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We try our best. We come up short a lot of times, but we try our best. I don't know why I just put that down. I'm going to have it. Okay, so we're going to cut this, and then I'll cut it the length I need to have it. I'll save this for something else. Maybe the sides. I might wind up doing the sides. So if that's the case, that's the case. So we'll just bring this back. I just put it down on the ground, bring it right back. There we go. All right. So I'm going to do that thing like I showed you guys, how you just score it and snap it. Easiest way to do any kind of styrene. Now, when I'm doing something like this, I just kind of like clamp it with my hand against the table. Try to work out on the edge. Try not to run off the ruler and cut my fingertips off. I've sliced the end of my fingertips off before. One of them.
Willem says, no problem, y'all are goats.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see if that worked. Should be deep enough. That's all you really got to do. I mean, it's barely all you really have to do is just get even a small line. Doesn't matter. Just as long as you've got a score mark here, you're usually pretty good. So let's see what we did. Let's see how we do it here. Come on. I need to get a little more of that in. Let's see how this end is. Nope, I have to do a little bit more. This is a really weird plastic. It's got a really funky finish to it. I think that's why the guy didn't take it. It's really slick. I've never had styrene this slick before. I don't know. Go with just a little bit. Well, it could be this stupid blade is so dull. I mean, this is what I use today to score all that up there and snap all that plastic and everything for that deck. And I broke the tip off, and we'll just see what we can do here. I don't want it to have a curve to it, so we'll see if that does it. I've never had to do that before. And I was able to even just snap this stuff with just a quick score mark. And this is like what? I mean, 10 times as thick as this stuff is. We'll get there. Means I gotta do a few more lines, Yeah, this is really, I hope this paints well. Even as slick as it is. Sometimes some plastics don't take paint if they're too slick. So I really hope we're all right on that. Try that again.
Willem says, so I have a question. If I'm building a city, what buildings are in major cities? Because I'm confused on what my building should be.
You can pretty much, if it's a big city, buildings for big cities, you can pretty much guarantee you're going to need apartments. It's starting to snap now. Apartments, hotels, which we have. The Artemis is the, Alexandria is a hotel, an apartment. The Artemis is going to be can't decide. I haven't decided really which one. I know I'm going to have at least 2 to 3 of them up there are going to be. It's just going to be kind of a mix for us. And then over here on this side, where this station is, will be our big business buildings, our office complexes. So, offices, apartments, and hotels is what I can tell you for big buildings. After that, obviously train stations. And after that, you're going to want to have like your downtown municipal buildings, your courthouses, your police stations, a big library of some sort, things like that. And any other kind of support building you think you might need. But that should cover you right there to get pretty well going. Well, I'm glad we didn't spend more than $14 on these. What a pain this is gonna be.
Willem says, thanks, I got what I need.
Good. No problem.
Josh says hi.
Hey, Josh. Am I even showing through on the other side yet? Yeah, I am. Alright, I'm gonna have to be careful with this so I don't want to cut through on my table too much. I'm just gonna get rid of that. I'm just gonna. But this stuff is just weird. I mean, really a weird texture. It feels almost like Rubbermaid plastic. For Rubbermaid products. Never had anything like this before. What does it say it is? Polystyrene sheet. I don't know. I wonder if it's just this blade.
Willem asks if we watched the World Cup.
No, we didn't watch any of the World Cup. I barely watch sports anymore. I used to watch them a lot. Pro basketball, pro football. Then I kind of narrowed down to just college. And this year I didn't even watch a whole lot of that. Did watch a bunch of the bowl games, but I'm going to get a new blade. I'm thinking it's just going to be dull. Yeah. Okay. What's the length I need on this? 13 and 5/16. Okay. There we go. Well, this is an exercise in patience. Going now, though. It's all floppy now. Floppy. All right, there's the one I need, the first one. So I'm gonna find, here we go. I'm gonna just kind of, all I'm doing here is just knocking off the burrs from the brake so that when I do the next one here in just a few minutes, this is nice and straight. And of course, I'll do the same on that. You can see there's little stuff here and it just comes right off.
John said, geez, that took more time than it was worth.
Yeah, it did. Like I said, yeah, so let me show you here. Okay, so here's how thick this is. Here's how thick this is.
Oh, Josh says I fixed my Chattanooga Tyco diesel today.
Well, good. All right.
Oh, Ali fan says hi.
Hey. So I put the
Good to see
smallest,
you.
yeah, good to see you. I put the smallest of score marks on there. Popped it. Okay. And go figure on that. So this is that much thicker, and I snapped that immediately. So I don't know. This is definitely a different material.
Ali fan asks, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? We're just working on the station tonight. We're getting ready for paint tomorrow. There's paint tomorrow or early the next. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to have to get a few more things than I'm anticipating done on it, but we'll see. I might be able to move with it. Plus tomorrow we do some volunteer work with a food pantry, and tomorrow we're unloading the truck for the food that comes in, and on Thursdays when we actually hand out the food. So tomorrow at noon we are unloading the truck. So I'm going to try to get as much done in the morning as I can. Yes.
Forever Forgiven sent a 100 and a star for 2 jewels.
Oh, well, thank you. Who was that?
Forever Forgiven. He says, great job, guys. Keep up the hard work.
Forever. Well, thank you, Forever. You're just been moving along on this station. This thing has been a... Well, actually, I can't really say it's been a bear. This one has actually gone together fairly good. I mean, other than the fact that I had to score all of those bricks, as far as a build goes, this is one of the easier 3D builds there was. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Okay.
Willem asks, could outer metros have smaller tall buildings?
Oh yeah.
You could really have any
size you want.
There's so much variety.
Yeah. We're definitely, we have some buildings over here, over my shoulder, that are only about a foot tall. And we're going to have them mixed in with our big guys, so you can have any size you want. We just, because we have the height and for this level, we're just going big. I mean, we are going to have some shorter ones mixed in, but we're definitely going to have the skyscrapers, as you guys know. But yeah, we're definitely going to have some short ones mixed in there. Okay.
Ali Fan says school in Indonesia today had a holiday.
Oh, cool. It's nice having a day off every now and then. All right,
Willem
so.
says I like to have 4-story buildings plus, but I was just wondering.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, let's see. Our parking garage is only about 10, 11 stories, and they're short stories. Short stories. They're shorter than your normal story because, you know, if you've been into one of the lower ceiling parking garages, they're pretty low. All right, so 13 and 5/16, which makes this 14 and 5/16, since I'm going off the 1. Well, let's see how long this is going to take to cut.
Willem sent a 6-7 for 67 jewels.
6-7. 6-7. Well, thank you. All right, let's see how this does.
Yesterday was 6-7 for around the world that don't use our dates format.
Or what?
That don't use our date format. They do day, month, year.
Oh.
Use month, day, year.
Oh, I got you.
Uh-huh.
Because it was the 6th month, right? 7th month.
Sixth day, 7th month.
6 days, 7th month. Okay. I got you.
Yep.
You snap? No. All right. What? You snap on that? But oh, no. On the long one, I need you to snap. Oh, we're not going to do that. Oh, no. Let's make that one the difficult one.
Of course.
So it's not the razor blade. It was just whatever the problem was with this one going lengthwise. Still have to remember that on the next one. So got to do another one on the other side. All right, so here we go. We'll see how this did. All right. Where did I put you? Oh, there you are. All right. So let's see.
Josh says I have an old phone, so it's a little slow.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip this.
Ali
right
Fan says Argentina won versus Egypt tonight.
Oh, okay. Whoops. All right, what do we got here? Oh, what? Length is right. Why do I have that drop down? Why is there this edge?
Ali Fan asks, what station is this?
This is just a basic Union station. It's based a lot. It was an online STL file. So I'm not sure which station the guy did. This reminds me a lot of the one that Walthers made, except, let me show you here. We've even got the columns that go here like this. I got the caps for them. They're right back here. we have the 4 columns that go across right here like that. And it's got the, where are they? The sides have the wings that go like that. We got one of those on each side. So it's very similar to the Walthers, but just a lot bigger. And we adapted it to what we wanted. It originally came with these side pieces here. We're only about like this big on each side. My son took it, and when he was redesigning it, he doubled the widths on those, added the extra window. Didn't have any windows at all on them. He put all the windows in, and then he added an extra row of windows right here, so it made that building a little bit bigger. So it came out really good.
Let's see. Willem says, nice train station, and Ali Fan says, beautiful, my friend.
Well, thank you.
Josh says, my phone's an LG before I got my Samsung. It was very old and connected to Wi-Fi only.
Ah. All right. You know, I may just wind up leaving this little tiny gap up here. It might look like a bit of a detail. So I'm not going to cut another one of these. I mean, I have to cut another one for the backside, but I'll be darned if I'm going to cut another one for the front. Waste all that time. How is that going to look as far as that goes? Well, it should be all right. This is just all these little futzing around things. Okay, I think I'm ready to glue this on here. It's going to look pretty good. Well, I guess I better decide if I'm going to put marks on here. Stone. So let's see, how close are we? It's real close to being the width of the old stone, so I think maybe all I'll do is just do, or I can just have that as one poured piece of concrete that they just set in place at the very end. I cannot remember on the Walther station what they did, but I think they had grooves up here on the top. I'm almost positive. I probably should. Probably should. Well, what can I do? It was what, 13 5/16? And I did these all in 1 inch. So that's going to make, because it's not an even number, that's going to make it to where I'm going to have to split it, maybe make them a little bit bigger than those. Maybe that's right. Let me lay this out and see what I can do here. Let's see, so we did 13 5/16. 13 3/8. Me brain no work good tonight. You have hard time with measurements.
Crochet Lady says, oh goody, Lance came up with another technical word.
What word was that? I don't even know what I was talking about at this point. It's just kind of that stage. Me no know. Now what am I doing? Okay, so 3/8, so 1.5. So 6.5 plus 1.5. So let's see if that's right. 6.5 plus 1.5. Now is that right? 6.5 plus. That's not right. That's close. Just off by a little tiny bit.
Josh says, I MacGyvered my Chattanooga diesel together.
I do that all myself. Okay. I suppose let me get a line drawn here and see what this is going to look like. Now, this is what I love about these rulers. I've talked about this before, is this cross with being transparent and having this cross line right here. Usually I like to make one tick mark and do that. So let's see how that did. Good, regular, 6.5 plus 6.5 plus, well, not quite 2. That's close. About a 32nd of an inch off. No, it's less than that. It's more than that. That's not right.
The original one I don't remember, but I remember the reboot that came out back in the 2010s.
What's that?
Josh, MacGyver.
Oh, yeah.
Crochet Lady asks if it's still 13 and 5/16.
I don't know. It looks like it. I'm going to make up a little bit and come down a little bit. Now that's off. Oh, gee, whoa, that's great. Struggling with my math. All right, so if we do 3/8, we tack this to here, that's 1.5. So we're going to go 6.5 plus 1.5. Did I do any better this time? Well, look either. That time I got it. Put that right there. So 3.25 plus. Yeah. See how we do. How it looks visually. All right, and then what do we have here?
Willem asks what the station name will be.
I don't. Usually, it's just the name of the city, which we don't have the name of the city yet either. It's either usually the name of a city or it's just a union station. So I'm not sure what we're going to name it, or maybe such and such city name union station. I don't know. Something like that. Three and 3.5, 1.5 and 3.5. And that's that's 1 and almost 3/4, half, 3/4, 1.5, 3/4. That's half, 3/4. Yeah. Okay. That looks pretty even. So I'm working with weird measurements.
Crochet Lady says go with Union Station. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, but then what are we gonna name the station on the other side? Can't have union stations all over the place. In New York they had actual, like, Penn Station. I'm assuming that was for the Penn Central. Or the Pennsylvania Railroad. I don't know. One of them. So maybe we name one after one of the railroads. That might be all right.
Willem asks, what does Union Station mean?
That was really given to railroads that had more than one, or stations that had more than one railroad come into them. All right, how does that look? Let's take a look here. Line this up right over this center area right here. That's pretty good. And how will that look? Well, I think that's big enough blocks. I think that'll be all right. They're a little bit bigger than this, but that's okay. Okay, I'll live with that. So I got to score those. Yeah. All right. I'm going to need this right here. Hopefully this isn't in your guys' way, but I got to see the lines.
Ali Fan says the name of the train in Indonesia is Kai Indonesian Railways.
Oh,
Oh, and Willem says that makes more sense on the Union Station.
yeah. That's why they did it that way. That's why I like ones that had, like a single name for a railroad, and then station, obviously, for the most part, the roads that service that just were supplied by that railroad. Occasionally they get another line in there. All right, I think this will look fine. Okay. All right, so now we got to do, because now it's got a raised edge because of doing that. So now we'll just get that edge knocked off. And then we'll just very lightly refill it. Okay.
Ali Fan asks how long to build the station.
It hasn't been that long. I think I've worked on the station about maybe less than a week. That includes the platform. Oh,
Josh says I got to get 2 more trains going, then I'll be done with my other 2 HO trains.
well, that's good. All right, is this going to look good? I got to get this out and bring out like this. No, it is not. So I'm going to have to gap fill. I'm going to bring it up to level. Okay. So what happened here is, I don't know if y'all were with us when we talked about this last week, but this half right here of the roof, we had an electrical storm last week and it knocked power out for a little bit, and it was right in the middle of printing this half of the top. And you can see a line right here. And that's this much that way right here. This bit was printed. Hosed the whole thing up, the printer up, had to recalibrate all of it, had to take care of the bed leveling, everything all over again. And then when Gabe took some careful measurements, but we knew it was going to be off a little bit, and it was. This side is a little bit higher than this side. So I ground this down right here on this side to try to get this a little more level, and it's just not working out that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this level here, and I'm going to bring it level there. Make sure it's good that way.
Willem says convenient timing.
With what? Oh, the electrical outlet or electrical outage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great. So, what's going on? Oh, upside the right side out. Dude. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up to hide this unevenness. And that's going to create a bit of a gap down here at the bottom. I can always take a tiny piece of trim and do another, I've got really thin square trim that I could put right here to this gap that's going to be created right here between there and there, and do that. That would probably look pretty good. So I'm just going to bring this up to level where it needs to be. All right, where's my glue? There's my glue. The fun of dealing with weather. Now let's make sure. Yeah, that's all right. So, my favorite glue in the whole wide world, testers. Besides my Bondtech for the PLA when I'm just doing PLA to PLA. When I know I've got one of them being styrene, I will use the testers.
Alifan says in Indonesia, many diesels are electric. But there's some steam trains and a museum in Jakarta.
Oh, cool. All right. I'm going to get this out here all the way to the edge. Got it pretty much good top and bottom. Pick this up. I'll have plenty of time to get this in place. This stuff is so forgiving. I'm going to make sure that I'm flush with the top, and then I'll pull it off here and take a look and see how we're doing. This lined up beautifully with my center line. This line up here on the blocks. Now what's going to happen is, even though this is not PLA glue, it will melt. It's going to melt this white plastic right here on the back side, and it'll melt it right to the PLA. It's great for that. This will not melt this. You have to have this for PLA glue. It's Bondtech, and it does basically the same thing as Testors does. It melts it and creates an excellent bond. All right, let me take a look and see how we're looking here. I'll get it out of this glare. That's not bad. You can definitely see a bigger gap on the one side than the other because of the height differences in the halves of the roof. So I knew that was going to be an issue, and I wasn't too worried about it, and it'll be fine. What I can do is get a let's see here. I've got some smaller square sprues than this, and I can just come along here and put a piece of that right here, and I can hide that gap all the way down. You're never going to know. So I've got some real thin of this stuff, some real small of this, so I'll put that on tomorrow. Yeah, unless this is it right here. What is this? I got more stuff around here. Maybe that's this. What do we got? Well, it's actually the bigger like that. Let me see how that's going to look. It's not bad. I may just go with it. I just want to make sure I keep a stair-step effect. Yeah. Actually, that's not a bad detail at all. It covers that gap. I think I will go with that. So, we are just gonna do this like this. And saves me having to putty the stupid thing and trying to get it even. Do this. That. How we now? Perfect. It has a little bit of a stair step in. That's just what I want. There's something going on. It's just this height difference right here.
County Trend says there are only 2 steam locomotives left.
Oh. England's got them.
In operation.
Yeah. It's a shame they don't have more steam than that. England's got a lot of steam engines that operate constantly. Love to go over some year and just go ride the steam around. There's a trolley that runs, it's really cool. It's out in the middle of the country. Love to go see that. All right. Oh. I get this glue off right here. I built up, get it nice and flat. This is the great thing about just building your own. You can just adjust on the fly to make it look really good, change things up a little bit. That's what we're doing right now. Get rid of that glue. Now it's nice, solid, flat edge. And I still have my stair step in. Perfect. All right. That worked. So now we're going to we're going to push this right here, like this. And we're going to push it into the glue to smear it to the back. There we go. Just like that. I have to come along and do a little cleanup here with Kleenex here in just a minute. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice bit of detail. Nice edging. Here, this extra little trim on it. This is all going to be painted the same color, so it won't matter. All right, let's get this. Clean that glue off. Oh yeah, that did a good job. Let me see how that looks from the top. Oh, that looks good. Take a look here. Yep. Nice. There we go. All right, so that top is done. So all I really need to do is get my piece for right here. Do I have a piece that's just long enough that I don't have to do anything with? How thick is this? Wow. Well, what do you know? Let's see what that looks like. That looks really pretty good. I'm going to leave that as a solid piece of trim. I'm not going to do any thing. I'm just going to make it as single. All right, we make that hang over right there, just like that. And we're going to take this, and I'm having to adjust right here because I had a bit of a, more good technical terms, wonkiness right here. It came up short. So this is the side that faces me. So I could live with it. But if I'm making videos and stuff, I want this to look right. So we're going to do this. And oh, gee, look, it snaps. Oh, look at that, it snaps. No problem. Do that on the big one. I'm not going to do the other side until tomorrow. That way, if I get to where I start using expletives, I don't have to worry about censoring myself. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Yep, That'll hide that. Let me take a look here. Yeah, that'll hide that gap. Put a little putty underneath there to hide a little bit of that. I may not need to. That came out really good. Okay. And it gave me my little bit of trim right here. Perfect. All right. So, a little more glue. Just doing a little.
First JP lady says wonky.
Yep, it's wonky. All right. Try not to drop it and have it sit on the building. That'd be good. That'd really suck. I have to kind of hold this down for just a little bit.
Willem
Because-
says I have to go in a minute, y'all. It was great to be here.
Who did?
Willem.
Oh, sorry to see you go, but I'm glad you joined us.
Yeah.
Hope you had a good time. What's going on? Why are you doing this? Oh, I know why. I'm on a ridge. So how's that drying? Is that drying? Yep, it's doing all right. Is it coming at an angle? Slight. For the most part, it's fine.
Willem says always great to be here.
Oh, I'm glad you joined us, Will.
Ali Fan says there's steam locomotives in Indonesia,
Uh-huh.
tourist trains and museums in Ambarawa, Indonesia, and Solo, Indonesia.
Oh, cool. All right.
Willem says love the stream.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We try to have fun, try to make it entertaining for you guys. Sometimes things just get a little out of hand with me. I get frustrated with, but it's not working well. And tonight it was not working well. It was being really stubborn for some reason tonight. You get those nights though. This should wrap here pretty quick. This stuff's going to melt pretty good. And I'll come in and I'll, any little gaps right here, I'll put a little bit of putty in and make it look good. All right, so just sit and hold this for a minute. Then I'm going to go ahead and put putty right here. I get this cleaned up. I'm going to get that puttied over. And that'll be pretty much it. Oh, I want to come in here. I want to cut these dormer window right here real fast. Get that file down so at least this side is completely ready. I may cut the ones on the other side, and then that way tomorrow. Did I have more of this? Probably don't. I might have one over there in the box. I may not have another one of these pieces.
Ali Fan says he's heading to work.
Oh, okay. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Have a good day at work. That's starting to grab now. It's starting to melt. So you can definitely see where we've added a lot of extra styrene to the original print. Obviously this piece right here, that was one single piece that I cut out of a larger sheet. And then these pieces right here, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. You're never going to see the other side. So I'll just do the barest of minimums over there. In the morning, I will putty all of this right here. And I may...
Ali Fan says good luck, my friend, and goodbye, and have a great day.
You too. Hope you have a good, easy day at work. Not too stressful. That's doing all right. Yep, we're good with this. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to spin this around. Oh, that really is good. That gave me a nice piece of trim right here. All the way. Very good. How's that underneath? That's drying up well. It's going to be nice and stuck to it by tomorrow. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm just going to quickly cut these out. See if I can find my clippers, my little nippers here. I don't know where they were last time I saw them. But generally, oh, is that them? Or is it the needle nose? That's the needle nose. That's those. Maybe they're down here on the floor. So we're getting really close to painting this next day or two. By Friday, when we do our live stream Friday, it will for surely be painted. Unless something really weird happens, I should be painting it by then. Great. Okay. Well, when you can't find what you need, improvise. Well, I will just see if I can do it with these. I was going to file anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Well, what do you know? Okay.
Fishing lady says that facing looks really sharp and professional.
Do what?
Crochet lady says that facing looks really sharp and professional.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I think it came out all right. Considering how much of a disaster it looked like. For those of you that weren't here, when I got started, I'll flip it around and show you the other side because it's exactly the same as this side started out. Okay. Now let's see if I can find my file. That I can find. That's right here. We do have another MicroMark video coming up either tonight or tomorrow. And this one will show how I painted this rock. Getting all those light highlights, dark highlights, everything. So for the MicroMark paints. So we've got that video coming out within the next 24 to 36 hours. Okay, let's see how that does. Let's see how those look. Perfect. Well, a little bit. Okay, so this is where we're at now. Just got all that's left on this side is a little bit of putty right here, a little bit underneath right here, and I'm pretty good on that. This is where this started. You can see how terrible this is. This is what I covered on this side. We had to do the same thing right here. We'll be doing all of that tomorrow morning, and then possibly painting tomorrow afternoon after we get back from unloading the truck. So we'll see how that goes. And that way on Thursday morning, I can paint this. There's a little bit left to be painted on the foundation up here. We'll get that. I have a few things I've got to add right here to cover up some of this stuff that's really rough. I'm going to put some really thin styrene right over these areas right here. I'll do that tomorrow. Getting that big dormer, Gabe, is much better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Okay. So I think let me get this out of the way. I do believe that's probably where we're going to call it for the night. Been working on this all day on this thing up here. We'll do another pan around of everything here in just a sec. Actually, I'll show you what it looks like underneath. So this right here, back this out. All right, so that right here is going up on this big platform up here. You can see the I-beams that go across for the support. I've got to create the fascia that goes across right up here to make it look like thicker concrete. It'll match that right there that you can see. I'm going to get the elevator within the next day or two. I'm going to put the elevator shaft back against that wall back there along with the first platform. You can see how all the beams line up together. Everything is good. I'll start working on the platforms there. This goes right up on top here. You can see the pattern that I carved in up here. That's what really dulled the blade today. We've got the this is the pattern that comes out of the doors that's right here that I was just working on, and then we've got just a narrower pattern around the edges. So that's we'll have this pretty well done by the weekend, so we can do some running this weekend and we can start signing trains that will be stopping and servicing this station. We should be pretty good to go. I got a ton of details to do to the top up here. We have some HVAC, narrower, shorter systems, bigger units. I'll probably put 4, probably put 2 here, maybe 6, and maybe 2 here, and then ducting, connecting everything up here. So I think that'll be some nice detailing. Like I said, all that's left is I got to do some puttying here, get rid of these little areas. Got to do some right on the top right here, of this edge. And on the bottom edge right here, but otherwise this station's pretty much done. We've got, where are they? These are the window inserts that go into each one of these. That's what's going to be that cream color I showed you earlier. And then this is going to be that kind of light blue gray the whole overall building will be. Here's the columns and caps. So this goes, we have one recesses back in here. Here's the cap to it, goes up on top. So we'll have the one there, one here, one there, and one over there on both sides. It's going to be a nice, see if I can get this to looking, it's getting caught up on that. But anyway, it looked really sharp having all those on there. We're going to have a full interior down below here. That's going to be, we'll have the benches. We're going to have a store on one side back here on the left. That's what we'll be doing. I'll be doing some walls over here that'll have the elevator shaft, the elevator part that'll go down, right down about right in here. So that's what's going to be there, along with a stairwell that'll go down, be the elevator shaft for both passenger and freight and baggage and stuff. And then we'll have stairs that come down. And on the back there on the back platform, all the way against the wall, I'll have a bunch of boxes stacked and things right around the elevators. People waiting to go on and up and stuff, and then people all lined up. Then we'll have lights underneath. This thing will be completely lit up underneath here. So I think it's going to be an excellent addition to the passenger stuff that we're trying to get for this whole layout. So I have not run a train yet. I'll take all this off and I'll clean the tracks really well. and then we'll run some trains on Friday, and we'll see how well it does. I'm hoping it everything just glides through. I tried to come in far enough to where even when the bigger cars are on the curve, they will have straightened themselves out by the time they hit those openings on either side. I think I've given myself enough room. I sure hope I've given myself enough room. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty happy with today's amount. I mean, this whole thing got done today. I finished building the platform. I had to do a bunch of stuff on the backside on the I-beams. And then, of course, this evening we did all of this, and I did some work on this earlier today also. So that was quite a bit to do. So I think I found my dull coat that I really wanted to use for this, and I also found my ladders. So I'm going to go ahead and get the ladders put on probably the next day or two right here that go straight up and down on either side. That I can dull coat this, put window glazing and sunshades in, window shades in, and this project will be almost done. So I'm hoping to have that done here fairly soon. So while I'm waiting for paints to dry and things to dry, I'm going to shift gears and come back over and start working on the Skid Row area again. So try to get a little area here kind of finished up by a bunch of people online. I can get like 300 in-scale people for around $12. That includes shipping. So I'm just going to litter it with tons of people and then put the rest over here on the loading platforms, probably about 100 figures over here. Yeah.
Josh says, awesome, cool station. I'm heading off. Probably see you Friday, and have a good day.
You too. Yeah, we'll see you Friday. I'm not sure. I think it'll be an evening one again. Probably that gives me time of the day to finish anything else up that I need to, so everything will be ready to go for viewing. I'm hopefully going to have this big front on this, but if not, we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, have a good day. All right, Gabe.
All right. Well,
So we want to take that and
do you want to set it up here, or do you want to?
yeah, we'll just do an outro over here. Let me get this out of the way. Get that over here. I'm gonna have to use that tomorrow.
There we go.
All right. So it was a productive day. Yeah, it was a very productive day today. Anyway, if you didn't see earlier, this is going to be the color of the new station that we've been working on tonight, and this is the color for the windows. If you didn't see that earlier too.
Oh no!
What?
Okie just tuned in.
Oh, we missed you tonight. But we'll be on Friday night too. So we might give a pat over here and show what we were doing.
Yeah.
This is what we were doing tonight. Okay, we were putting the stuff on there to make the facial look better. So the station, all I'm going to do that is the same thing on the back side, and that thing will be a little bit of puttying, and that thing will be ready to go for paint.
Let me go over.
All right, everybody. Again, thank you for the gifts tonight. We'll put them straight into buying more stuff for the thing. Probably use that to, I don't know now if I see how hard this styrene was to cut. I don't think we're going to go down and buy that other package.
I don't think so.
That was tough to cut those strips. So
Josh says thank you.
oh, well, I'm glad you were here. Thank you for being here. So since this one's pretty much done, well, we're going to start creating the beds. I did buy I don't know where it is. I have a packet around here someplace of the styrene I need to create all the plant beds. Do the same thing over here. We're going to put plant beds on that too. So we will we'll start working on those, and I'll buy those tufts that have the flowers and things. We'll start really dressing this up and dolling it up.
Oh, Okie says I was working on my layout and stepped on one of my well cars and broke some stuff off it.
Oh, I hate when that happens. I step on stuff around here all the time. Okay, so again, thank you. We will, if you want to check out that painting of that rock, we'll have that video up tonight or tomorrow at the latest. And then we also have a video coming that I've been working on, recording little bits here and there of creating that platform for the new station. So we'll have a video of it up probably no later than Thursday on it. So it'll show the whole process that I did as far as the carving goes and everything on that. So that's going to be a really good video that we've got coming. So keep an eye out for those. So like and subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification so you'll get you'll be notified when those videos come up because they're going to be pretty good.
Crochet Lady says, I've been waiting for a package. Guess it'll come tomorrow, so I'll say nighty night and see you soon.
Oh, so that didn't show up.
No.
Okay. All right, everybody. Well, then we will see you on the next one on Friday. Give me a couple days to get a little further along on this, so that when I put it in place, you guys can really start to see how it's going to look.
John says good night.
Yeah. Good night, John. So everybody, take care. Stay cool, and hope everybody had a safe 4th, and all's good. So we will see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.